Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to the channel. So, I'm Canadian, as you know, and I know a lot of things about the world around me. I'm very interested in geography, and I know a fair bit about the countries of the world. The neighbor to the south, the United States, I guess I would say the most of, out of all the countries that aren't mine, because their just presence is so synonymous with everything, always. And not only that, but they also have the most English-speaking people out of any country on Earth. But that aside, I do know a lot about the United States, but I don't know everything. So I'm here to watch a video today. Oh, hang on, let me just close that. I'm here to watch a video today called 21 Things the U.S. That Puzzles Most Foreigners. So I'm going to find out what exactly is confusing about this place, because I don't know everything. Why the hell would I know everything? Anyway, let's go. Bit loud.
Well, you may have lived in the United States your whole life without realizing that something totally normal for you seems bizarre to people in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Who knew that munching on fried pickles in a highly air-conditioned room was so outlandish? Well, here are some other highly entertaining Americanisms.
I normally don't watch channels like this because usually they're just very not circumstantial. They're very anecdotal, but you know, whatever. We're gonna have some fun.
Number 21. Sales tax is a guessing game.
Well, it should be listed, right?
And see a price tag that says $14.88. Don't expect to pay $14.88 at the register.
Oh, right. So yeah, that's a thing in Canada too. Now, granted, it's not a guessing game. We know how much it is. It's going to be, and it's not every food. It's just like some stuff. It's like 13% in Ontario at least, added on. So that's you know, I can understand this.
And since this tax can vary from state to state, figuring out your total can turn into the ultimate mental math challenge. In many European countries, the sales tax is already included in the price. It's known as a value-added tax.
I mean, I wish we had that.
Number 20. We're total workaholics.
Oh?
A lot of Americans...
More than East Asian countries?
...long vacations. So they often let vacation and sick hours pile up without ever using them. Plus, most employers only give you 2 weeks out of the year.
That's pretty bullshit.
But in a lot of other countries, like Brazil or Finland, workers are encouraged to take an average of 30 days of vacay.
I mean, that's a little much, but like...
Maybe I should take some time off.
Yeah. You know, vacation time depends on how long you worked at a place, at least where I live. Because, you know, you work there long enough, you get another week after a few years. You start with, I think, 1 or 2, and then you get more as time goes on. You work there for 10 years, you have like 4 weeks of vacation throughout the year. It's a whole thing. It's pretty neat. But also you need to be a full-time employee and fairly certain. I don't know. I've been out of work for like a decade. I don't know, damn.
Or perhaps I'll just keep waiting. 19. It's not a party without red Solo cups.
Oh yeah, the fucking red party cups.
This plastic cup is synonymous with party on, dude. But other countries apparently don't recognize this cup to mean the same thing.
Fucking, all right, hang on.
People in the UK, for example, don't use red Solo cups at get-togethers. They have to go to a special website to purchase the cups. They
could just not get the cups. They just have other things they do.
Fried everything. Whether it's fried pickles or even fried Oreos, America has it all. Fried fish recipes first appeared in Spanish and Portuguese cookbooks as far back as the 1200s.
Okay.
And the Greeks were frying food in olive oil.
Olive oil.
Century BCE. But as America does with many things, they've adopted a tradition from far-off lands.
Yeah, you put breading on fucking Mars bars.
17. Get everything you need right at the pharmacy. If you're
Why is that weird? Hang on. Why is that weird? You should... What does it mean by everything? Do you also get, like, underwear there, too? Like, what does it mean? Because I'm going to guess here, and it's going to tell me, but I'm going to guess here. So, it says you get everything. If you know what? I'm going to get I'm going to get some scratch tickets there.
It may be puzzling to walk into a pharmacy and see aisles and aisles of over-the-counter meds, toys, makeup, clothes, and even groceries.
Okay, yeah, all right. Maybe it is a little weird. Why the fuck would you have toys at the pharmacy? That's where the drugs are. You go to the drugstore, you get the drugs. That's it. You go to the toy store, get toys. You go to what the hell's it called? Well, there's this one like big box store you can go to here that has like it's got the drug section in the back. You can send mail from there and receive. You do groceries, you do cosmetics, you do hair dye, you do clothes and stuff. It's an all-in-one sort of place.
Like in other countries,
what the hell's the name of that place?
Sell medicine and medical supplies exclusively. The ones in the U.S. are like small convenience stores, where you can grab magazines, Tylenol, and a frozen pizza in one fell swoop. 16. Fill her up. In America,
these fucking titles are dumb.
Offer free refills on fountain drinks. It's kind of strange. But in other countries...
Oh, yeah. Free refills are a thing here, too.
France banned refills on sugary sodas back in 2017.
Now, granted, I don't exactly go to fast food places anymore, but yeah, when you do, you can technically... I'm not even sure if you're allowed. People just do go get a refill. And most of the time, I just don't, because the pop of the soda machine it has like half water. It's 50%. When you pour like the Coke into the cup, you see it's like the drink followed by like water followed by the drink. It's very bad. Do not get McDonald's Coca-Cola.
Obesity epidemic. But in the
get
US,
a can or something.
The idea of free refills is still alive and well. 15.
Are they free?
If you don't like it,
I have no
return it. Whether
yeah.
Grandma or a heinous pair.
That's a thing you can do here, but most people I know don't, because it's so much effort, and you gotta wait in line at the returns place because everyone's already there, and it's hell. You just don't bother with it.
Of earrings from an ex. If you don't like it, you can just return it. In America, making
just re-gift it or something
is pretty normal and super easy. I mean, the U.S. even has a National Returns Day in January, conveniently held for you to return.
That seems a little excessive.
Thrilled about. 14. Tips for everyone.
Yeah, tipping.
Drivers, servers, hairdressers, you gotta tip them.
Wait, cab drivers? Hang on. Yeah, tipping culture is huge in Canada as well. I mean, I tend not to because I don't have money. And it's like 20%. It's expensive. But, you know, if it's just like an Uber Eats driver or something, I'm just like, whatever. Food is good. Take 10%. But otherwise, you know, other than going to an actual restaurant where it's expected that you tip because the servers just don't make fucking minimum wage, I tend not to. It's just so expensive. I do not have money.
For almost any service in the U.S. and sometimes consist of 25% of the bill.
God, that's so much.
We haven't started tipping surgeons yet, but there are places in other parts of the world, such as Japan, that consider tipping incredibly rude.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough.
When you travel to different countries, it's important to learn their tipping etiquette.
I don't know why it's rude, but it is.
13.
Don't give me extra money.
With a Starbucks on every corner.
Ew, Starbucks. It's barely even coffee at that point. It's like 7 types of creamer with a fancy name on it. Alright, I got a story about going to Starbucks. I know I'm pausing the video a lot, but I got a fucking story. So, I went to Starbucks one time. I don't go there normally, right? I go to Tim Hortons because it has actual food and drinks and stuff. But I went to Starbucks. I'm just like, alright, look. I don't normally come here. I just want a hot apple cider. They're just like, you want a what? And I'm like, oh my god, all right. And I explained it, it's just like, it's a hot apple cider. Just it's apple cider that's heated. And they couldn't do that. Apparently, that's not a drink they serve. And I'm like, okay, well, Timmy's doesn't do that either half the time. But, you know. So I'm just like, all right, well, what can you give me? They're just like, well, we could give you this, you know, fancy 3-word name that has apple juice in it. And I'm like, can I get that, but without the drink part and just have the apple juice? It's just like, okay, do you want that steamed? I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I didn't say that out loud. I'm like, what the hell is steamed apple juice? So I went in looking for a hot apple cider on a cold day. They were still on the ground. It was I think last February. And I walked out with a steamed apple juice, and all things considered, it was all right, but it was like $13, and I only did it for the experience. God, Starbucks sucks.
Normal to see people toting around a coffee as they shop, commute to work, and
I don't drink coffee either.
All times of the day. But in many parts of the world, Coffee is meant to be sipped on while seated and
It's your
enjoying
cough.
paper or chatting with friends. Tugging your coffee along with you throughout the day might be due to the fact that the cups are huge and take long.
Okay, that is a misconception. That is you can't fucking compare sizes like that. Imagine carrying that. That's the size of a backpack.
The cups are huge
Fucking
and take
hell.
longer to drink. Who's got that kind of time to be sitting in a cafe for hours?
Very disingenuous comparison sizes.
Number 12. The land of ice-cold drinks. Now, speaking of drinks,
I bet your drinks are real cold, huh?
Cocoa, then it's probably got ice in it. Tea, coffee, lemonade, soda, water.
Why would you put ice in
Americans
coffee?
like it on the rocks.
Doesn't make any
Elsewhere
sense.
in the world, odds are you'll be sipping your soda at room temperature, or maybe.
Why would you put ice in coffee or tea, though? They're already hot beverages. You don't want them to be colder. That's not the point. You put it in lemonade, you put it in pop, you put it in juice, because that shit keeps it cooler. And it waters it down, but, you know, if you drink it fast enough, that's not an issue. You don't want ice in your fucking hot drinks. I don't want ice in my hot chocolate, you know what I'm saying?
Refrigerated if you
God
specifically ask for ice. Number 11. Keeping the AC on at all times. Americans must have an aversion to being hot. In many
this is definitely a thing here, too. Mostly in the summer months. Obviously, you don't do it in the winter months because, A, expensive. B, be fucking cold. You open the window if you want that shit. No, we got, at least in Ontario, I can't speak for the other provinces, but a lot of our electricity is hydro-powered because of Niagara Falls and the dam. So we got hydro electricity heaters on the floor. Like, those are just built into every home. It's pretty cool. But yeah, no, the AC on in the summer months, generally, because I'm on the poorer end of the spectrum, it's only in the living room. It's only in the one room. It's not central air, which, God, I wish I had central air all the time. But, yeah, I know, I grew up without an AC in any room but the living room. And it is striking how it goes from hot to cold so fast.
many parts of Europe,
sucks.
people simply don't use air conditioning as much as they do in the States. Here, it's expected to always have the AC blaring.
Well, yeah, you have Texas, don't you? That's in the desert.
Quite chilly. But come on, it makes sense. If you're cold, you can layer up. If you're hot, all you can do is suffer and complain about it.
Yeah, that's how you get strong. You get strong by complaining and suffering. You sweat profusely for years and years. This is a weird looking image, and then you suffer, and you're used to the heat at that point.
Looking at dollars is a snooze fest.
Yeah, God, American money
I
sucks.
remember going to Europe for the
Why the hell would people like that shit? It's barely even green. The fucking stuff's printed offside. I have a $1 bill that I got on my one trip to the U.S. a few years ago, and God, it looks like crap.
And thinking their banknotes look like Monopoly money. And I guess a lot of countries have bills of different colors and sizes, depending on the value.
Yeah, I don't know about different sizes, but the color differentiates which one, so you barely have to look at it. And fucking American money is made out of paper. You know how terrible that is? I used to have paper money, and then it became polyethylamine or whatever stuff, and now it's good, and it can go through the wash, and the hundreds smell like maple syrup, and it's just good money. And you could see through it. It's very hard to counterfeit. You know how easy it is to counterfeit American money? I could probably print some on my fucking printer paper.
Krona and Russian rubles, but not in the U.S. It's all greenback.
It's barely green. It's like black
10s
and
look
white.
a little yellowy, 50s are kind of pinkish, and Benjamins seem bluer than the others. But still, U.S. dollars
It's
definitely
barely
aren't
green.
as fun and rainbowy as other currencies.
Rainbowy, yeah. Way to dismiss it and make it seem irrelevant. It's good. It's better. It's just designed easier. American money sucks. Just everyone admit it looks stupid and sucks. Just live with that fact.
Giving a thumbs up. In America, even little kids know a thumbs up means
thumbs up is good here too.
Or anything positive like that.
And then thumbs down is bad.
But if you travel to Greece or the Middle East and give this common American gesture, you probably won't make too many friends. Hey, how about giving this video a thumbs up for the
I refuse.
Number 8.
Straight up
The
refuse.
date writing conundrum.
Yeah.
Many visitors to the U.S. get really...
Yeah, they're going to explain in a bit, but the way the date is written, Canada does its own thing compared to the world, but America does it, like, wrong, and everyone agrees on that, even a lot of Americans. But also, like, just random general people here do it the American way, too, because it's just not a thing anybody cares about, generally. So, the thing that's wrong is you do the month, day, year, because, I mean, that sort of makes sense, but... it's like the middle one, the small one, and then the large one.
Confused by the month, day, year thing.
Yeah.
Most parts of the world write the day, then the month, then finally the year.
Yeah, over here we do the year, month, and then day.
There's no clear historical reason why the U.S. insists on writing the day differently, but we just do.
It's just a thing people do, man. It doesn't matter.
Pre-baby baby showers. Many cultures celebrate a new baby coming into the world, but America is one of the few places that does this before the baby actually gets here.
I mean, yeah.
In East Asian countries, for instance, celebrations for a new baby are held once the baby is born, as doing otherwise is seen as bad luck.
I mean, it's like, I get that it's different, but it's not that weird. It's just a thing people do here.
Where how are you means hello. Sure, people ask each other how they're doing in other countries.
No one says, how are you?
Often use this phrase as a replacement for hey or
people
hello.
say, what up?
It doesn't even require a real response. People just answer with...
Like, it's at this point, like, that's a generational thing. It's at this point that the younger generation don't say that so often that if somebody actually asks, how are you, it does mean the question now. It isn't just a hello or a hey, what's up. What up means nothing. That's just a greeting. But how are you, and generally, how are you doing? Those are very serious questions you ask your friends if you feel like they're not doing well.
Fine, thanks. Even if they're in a horrible mood or had a terrible day. Number 5. Bathroom stalls that aren't so private.
Yeah, I don't get this.
Don't like doing your business in front of complete strangers?
Well, that's why I don't use public bathrooms.
But the fact that
especially after COVID, my God, do not go into the bathroom.
Entire lower leg seems to say otherwise. There's no clear reason as to why there's this big gap in public bathroom stalls.
Oh, because people are voyeurs. It's America.
Reasons.
Everyone wants to see each other all the time doing everything.
Just saying. Number 4. No one uses their inside voice. A lot of my friends who are visiting or moving...
God, so this is a bit of a longer one, but I have autism, right? I mean, growing up, I didn't know social cues. I didn't know all the invisible shit that everybody just learned inherently. I have heard the phrase, use your inside voice, so many times. I fucking hate it. Because when I'm talking, naturally I don't pay attention to the volume of my voice unless someone specifically points it out to me. That's why I piss off my roommates every time I'm recording at 4 in the morning and I'm loud. And I'm a lot better than I used to be, certainly. But like, if I get caught up in something or I'm passionate about something, my voice gets louder. And I don't even realize, and then someone's like, hey, shh. And I'm like, all right, cool. But growing up, everyone's just like, oh, why don't you use your inside voice? And I'm just like, I hate you. But, you know, I wasn't much of a shit disturber back then, so I just sort of quietly nodded and blamed myself for being loud. But God, everybody always fucking said that to me. I hated it.
Whether it's talking on your cell phone,
I hate the concept of inside voice. Or well, the term, I guess.
Really like projecting their voice. I don't know. Maybe we just want to make sure we're heard.
Well, those are the extroverts. The introverts are very quiet, and the people with depression and the Zoomers and all that crap, all of them are quiet now.
Number 3. It's all about choices. Walk into any grocery store aisle, and you'll notice at least 10 different options for cookies, crackers, or cereal.
Only 10,
People
huh?
in the UK don't have these many options for food, and you'll almost never find anything in grape flavor there.
Well, that sucks. The reason grape flavor exists is because it's made out of, like, oil tar or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I've always been very jealous of the States and their burger selection. Their fast food burgers, they got so many selections. They got all of them all the time. What they don't got is candy. The U.S. has, like, maybe 5 different kinds of chocolate bars, and up here we have all of them, and all of the chips, and all of the, like, actual, like, candy. Like, our chocolate bars kick ass. We have all the types. We have Hershey's, and we have all the types, and I can't think of them right now. But if you ever tried a Coffee Crisp, it kicks ass. It's the best thing. So, you know, they got options in the wrong places, if you ask me.
Number, it's
Fuck.
customary in the
Hang on. I accidentally slapped my keyboard.
Options for cookies, crackers, or cereal. People in the UK don't have these many options for. Number 2.
There we go.
Hopping into the back seat of a cab. When getting into a cab,
why is that
it's customary
weird?
in the States to scoot on into the back seat. But in countries like New Zealand and Australia, riding anywhere but shotgun can be a little.
Why is that rude? I don't understand this. I don't use cabs.
That classic American smile.
Hmm?
In the U.S.
Classic American smile. Dude, that ain't even a real thing. Are you fucking kidding me? That's like a thing made up by Wall Street. Americans fucking hate people, okay? They hate everything about other people. If you talk about anything, the U.S., if you so much as look liberal in their direction, they will scream at you and they will not be smiling. They will tell you, like, you won't even be talking to them. They'll just scream at you about fucking men using the women's bathroom out of nowhere. It has nothing to do with anything. They just scream at you. I've never seen an American smile before.
People aren't afraid to be nice and show their pearly whites all the time. And according to a 2015 study at Brown University,
that study is a lie.
Because America has always been a very diverse country.
Diverse, huh? Yeah. I mean, people of diversity live there, certainly. It is not a mosaic. It is a melting pot of be American or go away.
Smile at each other more since they couldn't always communicate with language. That's just one more historical theory as to why Americans
okay, good. It's a
smile
theory.
more than people in other places do.
A country theory.
You know, friendlier.
I'm sure you think that.
Can you add any more strange Americanisms to the list?
I could.
No, down in the comments.
How people fucking say Coke instead of pop or soda even. You know, soda's fine. It used to originate from soda pop. So South say soda, North say pop. That's just how it ended up. People in so many states just say Coke, even if referring to Pepsi, like an idiot. And the South just does a lot of weird things. Pronunciation of shit is just real weird. Americans I know of say pin instead of pen. Like there's an I vowel there for clearly the writing implement.
Something new today. Then give this video a like, share it with a friend, and here are some more cool videos.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, no, it's a thing. I know a lot of weird Americanisms that you just don't hear about because you're not going to notice. One of them is that they make fun of Canadians for saying about because they say, oh, you say it like a boot. No, I'm not Scottish. I say about. It's closer to a boat than anything else. But they don't differentiate the words writer and rider, which is hilarious to me. It's just like writer, you know, you write something, and rider, you ride a horse. There's a very distinct and clear pronunciation difference, but Americans don't pronounce that difference. They are allergic to specificity. This is all of Canada, I'm fairly certain, though it could just be Ontario. We say college or university to mean very exclusively different things. All of my American friends, 1000% of my American friends are just like, it's the same thing. What are you talking about? I'm like, get away from me. But yeah, I know. Hopefully you enjoyed that 10-minute video that I scrunched out into 23. And see you next week for whatever. This has been fun, and I'll see you next time.